this review to Minecraft. So, I just can't get Minecraft for a brand new back here with us. That was 18. Well, I just get Minecraft version on that. So come on, man. Let's plant some trees. Well, this is my sister next to me here, so, say hi. Oh, that's just something let me collect some items first. Let me see a new chest. Oh my gosh, I can keep item mode. So it wouldn't die. Oh man, Minecraft update a long time ago. Kind of a glitch happened to my game and then I moved that glitch out. Even my Minecraft wasn't even working good. Maya going Pala, so by the time I gotta be playing. Yeah, she just leave the game but I'll log off. So by the time I will be playing. I gotta be buying some more too. So I can come from here walking still leave. Oh, it's a nice one.
Shout out to Shadow Savior for today's story. Watch the story until the end and propose your title ideas for the follow-up for this story for a different one. Focus on originality to have more chances to be picked. If you don't have specific ideas, make sure to give a like to the title ideas over in the comments and community section. Enjoy the video. When I was very young, I'd always wondered why my mom and dad would always leave me at home.
Mud World, actually after one nothing as it. So this is just play Microsoft and this one Microsoft yeah, we got Mud World. So you guys will enjoy. So please subscribe.
That I'm still alive to this day. Even as I grew older and started going to school, I noticed how different my parents were towards me. They never took me in the mornings or picked me up after. I would catch the bus myself and then I'd walk home after class was done. My parents never attended any of the events we did. I planted a tree in the nativity play every year, but not once did they come to see it. As I grew even more, I saw other kids' parents taking them on vacations and buying them stuff. I didn't care much for what the other kids got. I just wish my parents would also give me a gift. Any gift. By the way, talking about gifts, if I haven't told you yet, here's something you guys might need. I get a lot of comments and questions from our subscribers saying they want to start their own channel, but they just don't know how to edit videos. Here's a tip. Check out this easy-to-use video editing software, Wondershare Filmora 10, today's sponsor. Just jump in and start. There are tons of presets for text, filters, overlays, and animated stickers that'll help you make videos in just 10 minutes. My favorite new feature of Filmora is AR stickers. It's designed to motion track your face by just clicking and dragging the sticker on the timeline. Then, there's the AI Portrait add-on module. Automatically remove backgrounds and video content using chroma key. You can use this new feature to make your own thumbnails. One thing though, this new add-on is sold separately. Finally, you can go to the online stock library Filmstock. Access a massive library of over 10 million media assets, including original video effects you won't find anywhere else.
My favorite YouTuber
and
Minecraft is Dream.
And you can try Filmora 10
He's the best at speed right now.
Just remember, the free trial will have a watermark. But here's the deal.
I'm gonna go sprint and like.
Create a simple video to your social media with the hashtags #creative and Filmora. I'll pick 3 lucky
And
winners
does even do some mods on the episode. You might like those.
Come and make your first video now. Filmora has the biggest sale of the year. Get up to 30% off on Filmora Thanksgiving Day sales. Remember to take advantage of it. Now, right back to the video. But birthdays and Christmases and graduations came and went. Not once did my parents buy me anything new. I would often go hungry when they went on their long trips to some weekend party or a music festival in the middle of some desert. Sometimes, I even had to sneak into our old neighbor's house to steal leftovers from her fridge. She even caught me a couple times. mad or scared. She would just give me all the food I wanted and we'd talk until it was time for bed. She would even cook me lasagna sometimes and leave it by her window so I could get it easily. All the things I had come from some relative or other. Mostly hand-me-downs from cousins or stuff they'd find discarded by the side of the road. One time, a social worker visited our house because one of the parents from school complained about the living situation my parents were providing. Or were failing to provide for me. Unfortunately, the social worker didn't even care at all. He just walked around the house and loudly proclaimed that he was just there to fulfill a quota, and that he couldn't care less about what they did to their child. My mom was actually disappointed. Ugh. And here I thought someone would finally take this stupid kid away. We should have put him up for adoption as soon as he was born. Now he's way too old, and definitely not cute enough anymore. No barren couples are gonna want this scrawny, good-for-nothing kid. My dad wholeheartedly agreed with her.
Yeah, and I have to say, he's become a real burden. I don't want to use a single cent more of my hard-earned money to feed him.
By hard-earned money, he meant the measly amount he made scamming old people on the phone. And would you believe they said all of this while I was sitting in the dinner? Just had perked up.
Wait, did you say adoption?
Forget it. Nobody's gonna go for it. People adopt babies, not 12-year-olds. They're a pain to deal with, and they smell. And although my mom wasn't so optimistic about the prospects of getting rid of me, they actually stumbled onto something thanks to my dad's shady friends. Some underground mafia friends of his introduced him to an old Japanese man. His name was Shuji, but I called him Chairman. One look at me and the chairman immediately made up his mind. He was going to adopt me, and he was willing to pay any price that my parents wanted. Personally, I'd happily give him to anyone for free. But since you're offering, and we did have expenses while raising him, how's, say, 40,000? The chairman stood, wrote on his checkbook, handed the piece of paper to my mother, and bowed low. I left that house with not a tear in my eyes, and my parents were jumping for joy. 40,000 richer and one less mouth to feed. But you know what? None of that mattered to me because I quickly realized they'd shot themselves in the foot. Because when I saw the chairman's house, I became certain that $40,000 was just the dirt on his shoes. The man was certainly a billionaire. No, a multi-billionaire. Wow. Mr. Chairman,
So I'm gonna
sir,
play for a few more minutes.
is this where you live? It's so big. The chairman laughed.
You can call me Shuji-san, or Dad, if you like.
But I could never disrespect him by calling him his first name. He was far too big a man. Far too important. In my eyes especially. Calling him Dad just puts him on the same level as my biological father. He was clearly beyond him.
Chill.
Can I choose my room,
Sir.
Mr. Chairman, sir?
You can sleep in any of the 20 rooms, son. Or in all of them. Although, I'm not sure how you do that since we're only here for the night. This is just one of my holiday homes. Tomorrow we fly to Japan. Now, get some rest.
But I didn't get any sleep at all.
A few more.
That was way too
5
exciting.
more minutes understood.
Japan?
So after tomorrow,
I've never even been out
so
of our
after
warm horse
tomorrow on this night
Much
time,
less a different country.
you'll
And
see
if
my
this
back on my
massive
episode.
house was just a holiday house, how much more impressive was his real house? The moment we landed, we were greeted by about 20 men and women in sunglasses and suits. They all bowed in unison. Many of them had tattoos, and I soon learned that my new father was a big boss of a Yakuza organization. And not only that, he was the chairman of a group of seriously influential companies in Japan. And the reason he adopted me was because he was sick, and he needed an heir to continue the work his companies did. I was going to be his successor. But when I found out he actually had daughters, I couldn't help but ask why he needed to adopt another kid.
Because they're all girls.
supplements at that.
Done.
In Japan,
So
a
bye
man
bye. Please subscribe for my.
heads
I'll see you tomorrow.
influential family.